Together, we are unstoppable! Are you ready?
No scope. Insane shot. Killing spree. Double kill.
Hello, let's do some damage. Skewer acquired.
Grapple check.
Claim the enemy flag. Return it to base. Ordnance drop inbound. The flag is ours. Please haul ass at your earliest convenience.
Now, show me what you can do.
Play it day one with Xbox Game Pass.
Hopefully it came on.
Hello and welcome to another SVU live stream. I'm Coach Kev, joined by J-Moff. What's up, J-Moff?
What's up, Kev? How you doing?
Doing fantastic. We're going to be jumping in to this real quick. So we will get everything set up. All right, so we should be getting in here just a second. They started up pretty quickly, so we should be in here in just 1 second, and we'll be good to go. So tonight we have the Knights versus Fisher College, and we'll see how the Knights do. Dirty Dan with the shotgun coming out. Knights getting on the board here. First match here is going to be Stronghold. So we've seen this in the past, J-Moff. Stronghold is where you have to control. There's 3 points out on the map. You got to try to control each one. If you're controlling 2, you're gaining points. If you're controlling less than 2, you're not gaining points. So right now, Fisher has control of all 3, so they are gaining a ton of points. You do gain extra points when you're controlling all 3. So the Knights coming out to a slow start here. They're going to have to get back into this one.
Yeah, Stronghold, the extra level of kind of attention required, because it's not just looking at the King of the Hill point or just looking, for kind of where the oddball is. You got 3 different options to kind of go for. You got some strategies you can try and implement with your team. Hey, do we take one? Do we try and all make a big push, go around and hold all of them? However you want to decide to do it. Definitely kind of an interesting one.
Ooh, yeah, Dirty Dan going down to the Rockets there. So Knights out to a slow start here. Going to try to find their footing. And this is one of those game modes where if you get control, it's really hard for the other team to get back in it. They're controlling the spawns. So the Knights coming out here trying to get some kills. Bo, Jiden, and Frosty Freeze are both going to go down. And Fisher is looking really strong here in this opening map.
Yeah, SVU down 0 to a 9 now, just pumping up those points. It looks like this game just about to end already.
Yeah, and this is what happens when you get that triple cap. Like, the triple cap can end a game so quickly if you get control, and we saw this on Tuesday. The Knights trying to regroup from the Tuesday battle, and just the Knights coming out a little bit slow, unable to get control of the game, and they're going to go down in this opening match here. They might be able to cap this. No, they cannot, so they'll go down pretty quickly. We did miss most of it, but that's what you can suffer from if you get that 3 cap against you. So they'll have to regroup here going into the next map. And that's as quick as it can go, when it comes to Stronghold. That's one of the fastest game modes if you do get the triple cap.
Yeah, definitely an overwhelming performance. And it's not something that you want to see, I think, really. Coming out of a first match, right? Maybe you just shake it off, okay, some butterflies or whatever. Obviously, some new guys still getting used to it. But you got to be able to perform and keep up to a certain level, and letting all 3 is not. You can't let them get all 3, right? So
yeah. Really,
what you want to see is, hey, can we at least take one? Can we maybe bounce back? You want to see some fight out of the Knights here, and the Knights just looking like they weren't able to fight. They were just getting killed, just getting shot down. So,
yeah.
Hopefully we've shaken everything off. Maybe the Knights trying to give a false sense of confidence to Fisher here. We'll never know, but. Definitely not what you want to see.
Yeah, so we're going to be going into Slayer now, and we saw the Knights kind of struggle with Slayer on Tuesday, and this is kind of a short week for them, having to turn around, come back in, and be ready to go, 2 days later. It can be tough. You don't have a lot of time to make adjustments, and we saw that there were clear adjustments that the Knights could make. I don't know if they've had time to implement those, so and after getting off to a rough start here, we'll see how they regroup.
Yeah, no, it is a really short span of time. Plus, these guys, right, they're all students too, have jobs, things like that. So, really, really tough. Hopefully, we can see a little bit more out of them, though. I'm excited to see what they bring to the table for what's next here. Slayer, obviously, we did see maybe some shaky Slayer performance on Tuesday, but maybe it's a little less chaotic. You're not splitting your focus on 3 different objectives. Maybe it's
yeah, we're on Imperium this time. This is the new map. It's an old Halo map, the pit, but it is now brought back in for Halo Infinite, so we'll see how they fare on this map. We've never seen the team on this map, J-Moff, so it'll be interesting. It's a pretty cool map, but it's way better than Aquarius.
Anything is better than Aquarius, right?
Yeah, so we'll see how they do.
We'll just chalk it up to that. That was Tuesday's performance with map diff. Right?
Exactly. So we will do. We'll see what happens here. So yeah, really quick start here. we're going to have to regroup. I think the strategy here for the Knights, they gotta get control of this season, right? They had a rough start on Tuesday and a rough start here now on Thursday to open up their season. But it's a long season; they have a lot of time to make adjustments, and you got to learn from these games. This is a faster pace, and like we said, with the two rookies, Jolly and Bo Jiden, coming out, they're just now getting used to the pace of these games, and it's nothing like the games you're going to play at home. It's nothing like the games you're going to queue up for every day. You got to be able to turn it up, and the more they can play, the more they can compete, the faster they'll get, with scrims, with competition matches, with everything. So we'll see what the Knights can do and see them improve from game to game, and I'm hoping to see it here.
Yeah, those are some great points, and you hope the Knights can take that mentality of, okay, let's learn from this. We've got ways to go. Let's make it a journey, right? So it's about the journey, not the destination. But that being said, mindsets, as is with anything in esports, can be very snowbally, right? So if you start losing a few too many, I'd hate to see the Knights get discouraged, because I think we did see a lot of potential there last Tuesday. I think there's a lot that could happen if we can take advantage of these early losses and learn some things from them. Maybe take a win here or there too. I'm partial to a win myself, but we'll see what is going on. Jumping into game number 2 here.
Jumping into game 2, we'll see what the Knights can bring out. They're going to be trying to, get on the scoreboard here. Slayer, you can play it at, really any pace you want. You don't want to be caught up in your spawns, and you don't want to give away too many power weapons. We already saw a rocket kill going over and a sniper kill. So the power weapons getting scooped up here, and that'll happen if they fly out on the map and get those power weapons. Those are free kills that are really hard to avoid.
Yeah, I think this is a very similar thing we saw on Tuesday, right? SVU not maybe prioritizing those.
Got the overshield and the sniper. Frosty Freeze trying to contest him, but doesn't have the firepower. He's a tank and a glass cannon all at once. The guy can do a bazillion damage with that sniper, but he's unkillable with the overshield. So they will take him down. A little bit of teamwork there. Bo Jiden backing up Frosty Freeze, but that's what happens with those power weapons, with those overshield. They're such a priority, and they've always have been in Halo. That's the big thing that Halo has over some other games, and that's the big strategy, is playing around those power-ups.
Yeah, SVU, obviously, having a tough start again. Get off their legs. They got 2 kills, though, so go team. That's twice as many as we had a second ago.
Yeah, exactly. And this is I know this is the new map, and they may not have adjusted to it, but they gotta find their footing here. They gotta play as a team. They gotta find something to rally through this, right? These things happen. The enemy team got the early spawn of the weapons, and they're doing a lot of damage with those weapons, but those weapons run out of ammo, and when they do, the Knights can strike. They can maybe get some kills. Everyone has a battle rifle, and battle rifle is one of the better weapons in the game, so we'll see what they're able to do if they can get some kills. But they really got to team up. You're seeing right there, getting shot from behind. And this is the teamwork that the enemy teams, they just seem to outpace us and outclass us with this teamwork.
Yeah, obviously having 2 guns. And the other thing is I feel like they're just hitting all their shots, right? There's a consistency in gunplay here that maybe we're not quite seeing SVU keep up to the same levels.
Yeah, sure. McFly playing that corner really well. Bo Jiden gets flanked there in the end, unable to get anything done. The Knights have fallen behind, and they are on the back foot. The game has become out of control now, 28-2. The Knights can't seem to get anything done against this Fisher squad.
Yeah, it might be a quick one here tonight. I'm sure. Nice. We're looking for number 3. I believe we can find it. I think we can do it before game's over.
But this is what happens if these spawns, get mixed up. The enemy squad doing a really good job manipulating the spawns, keeping them down, not letting them find anything, not letting them group up. And that crossfire that they have on the spawn locations for the Knights is really wreaking havoc. And you can see how they're always downhill, trying to shoot up, trying to find somebody, but they're just getting multiple shots. And we saw this last year with our squad against one of the other teams as well. But we couldn't get anything done.
Yeah, that's kind of one of the feature of Slayer, where your respawns can really kind of be anywhere, right? They're going to go all over the map depending on where the enemies are. And Fisher just doing a good job moving around, being a very fluid unit as they try and capitalize on these kind of spawns, they can take care of the stagger spawn before the new guy comes back.
Exactly.
Right? I mean, it's just a cycle we're seeing. I don't think all 4 knights have been alive since the start of the game at this rate. So
yeah, and this is just a snowballing nature, which you don't really see a lot, like in shooters, where there's like a snowballing aspect to it. It's not like League of Legends where there's items or anything like that. But when they can just keep getting the sniper on every spawn, they keep getting the rockets, they keep getting the overshield or whatever power ups are on the specific map. Dirty 10 picking up a kill there. Then this is what can happen. And Fisher doing a fantastic job controlling this game, controlling this map. They really know what they're doing out there, and they just slaughter the Knights. And the Knights are going to have to regroup. This is the best of 5, so they still have a chance, but they got a lot of work to do to catch up.
That one hurts. I mean, Knights definitely maybe not playing quite to their best there. A little bit of nerves coming out of the first stomp, maybe.
Well, it's tough. These are the best teams in the nation, right? These are the best college teams in the nation.
Forget what I said about the Knights not being alive all 4, man. Knights barely had 2 people on the board at any given time, right?
Yeah.
He's doing such a good job rotating around the map, keeping that stagger.
But this is the best and worst thing about esports is you have a chance to go against these schools that are really locked away, really good. These aren't guys you're going to run into. They're higher ranked than you are. They've been playing together as a team, but you have a chance to punch at these guys, and that's what I want the Knights to do. I want them to group, come up with a game plan, keep their mental strong, and give them the best punch you can. Because if you start getting control, you start getting the overshield, you start getting the sniper, this game changes, right? Going to battle rifle versus sniper, hard to win that matchup. But if you can get the power weapons, no matter how good their aim is, you have more shield than them with an overshield, or you have some, the high ground, they're respawning, you can kind of get the advantage.
Absolutely. Tail, as old as time. Obviously, there's no difference with how high you or how tall you are or how heavy you are, right? This is not a sport, it's esports, like you said. So definitely, I think the Knights can make some adjustments here. Hopefully give us a good game number 3. Looks like it'll be capture the flag going into Argyle, which I think is also a little bit of a chaotic map. At least got a lot of visual elements that can be a little eye drawing. But we'll see as we go around in there. I think Knights. I think you're right. I think the Knights just need to have a game plan. I think they need to decide what they're going to do and just try and do it, right? Don't get disorganized or discouraged. You got to try something. Give that plan your all, right?
Yeah.
And this happens a lot anytime you're kind of down like this with any game, right? Whatever it is. Okay, it's time to make a call. Let's see what we can do because what we're doing right now is not working, right? If you're fish out of water, you got to try and do something else. So it looks like we're jumping into the game here. Fisher's just looking really, really good out there. I think there's a lot of really good things the Knights can learn from a team like this too, right? Where even if, sure, maybe they're just insanely good at shooting, but like you said, there's aspects of this game that doesn't matter how skilled you are, right? You got to have strategy built around these power-ups, these power weapons, and a great point you brought, which was just positioning.
Yeah.
And that can make a huge difference. We saw them playing corners really well, and I think that kind of thing is not there's more mental to that than there's mechanics, right? So
and you see in the chat here, they are, Sparty McFly here for Fisher is a professional Halo player. So that, is something tough that you're going to have to go up against. That's exactly what we're saying, is these are the best teams, in the nation. These are the best college players in the nation. And there you go. Dirty Dan kills them. So that's what you can do here. And let's see what the Knights can do against these players. And see if they can get the power weapons, get the power ups, play their lives. Because this is what college esports is right now. It's the wild, wild west. Okay. Sometimes you're up against professional players like this, and then sometimes you're not. But these are moments where these players who've never been in this situation can really learn from this. They have the VOD. They can get some kills. They can see what they can do. Maybe get an isolated 1v1. It's not easy to do, obviously, with the teamwork that we're seeing from Fisher, but the Knights are going to do what they can. So we'll see what they can do here, see if they can pick up a couple kills here, and see if they can slow down this onslaught that Fisher is putting down on them.
Yeah, I think you got to kind of come together, right? Like, let's gang up even. I know the isolated 1v1s are fun, and definitely 1v1ing a high-level player like this can be exciting and a great opportunity. I wouldn't even try not to give him the 1v1 if you can, right?
Yeah.
Let's not take any risks.
We'll see what Dirty Dan can do. See what the Knights can do. Yes, I believe Sparty McFly is Spartan from the Sentinels. I'm not 100% sure. I'm pretty sure that's who they're talking about.
That sounds right.
But yeah, we'll see what the Knights can do here. Capture the flag, obviously. This isn't really a map we've seen a lot either, J-Moff. So this map was added in between, our seasons, and we never really got a chance to see it. But it's kind of a fun one. I like to capture the flag. It's always been a game mode that's kind of fun. And that's kind of cool to see, like Argyle, it's like a weird name, but kind of a fun map.
It is, and especially with some of these vertical elements. We saw the Knights try and take advantage of it, but at the same time, you leave yourself in the open as much of a sightline as you get for the whole map. So it's very interesting and a lot of fun. 3 flags over on Fisher's side here, looking to maybe take the Knights.
Ooh, yeah, Frosty Freeze going down there. And that's the sniper. It seems like Fisher always has their hands on these weapons. So the Knights down 4-0, trying to salvage anything. Trying to, just trying to get the morale up. It's a long season, like I said. And they got to be able to bounce back from this. You're going up against players who, are better than you, higher ranked than you, but you want to get something out of it, right? You don't want to just be like, hey, man, that was unfortunate. Oh, I wish we didn't get seeded against them. This is the moment you're in. See what they can do. I mean, finishing this one out.
I think a lot of players come for this, right? Like you want to take, like you're saying. How often are these guys going to get to play against such good players? Opportunity. So I think Knights hopefully can definitely take this as a learning opportunity in this game.
Yeah, and I do think they. Even though, at the end of the day, Knights, kind of a long shot, right? You're playing against a professional player, very skilled team, obviously highly organized. But I do think, when you're coming out of the gate, they can move as fast as you, right? And those are things you can practice, right? Coming out of the gate, get into the overshield, get into the sniper. And I want to see the Knights contest those, right? I want to see, especially on the opening spawn. Maybe, okay, they out-organized us later on, and we couldn't, do it, after the first spawn. But that first spawn, everybody's, you got to know who can get there, what spawn did you get, how can you get there, and get there as fast as possible and contest it, right? Because I think in these matchups that are you're looking up at Mount Everest, you only can do it one step at a time, and I think getting that overshield or getting the sniper, or getting something off the opening spawn is a big step for the Knights, and I think that would help them get a better footing moving into the game, because we just saw how Fisher just took everything from the opening spawn and they kept it the whole time. And I want to see the Knights contest them at the early stages. The opening spawn, I want to see that contest be a little bit better, because I think that it's an even playing field right at the start of the game, and I think the Knights can do that. Moving on to the season.
Yeah, I think there's some great points. Hopefully the Knights can take that into account. Watch the VOD maybe. Java Man took it right out of my mouth though. Good effort, Knights.
Yeah. Thank you guys for tuning in. I know they want to give you guys a better show, and they will next week. It's a tough one. Going up against such a good team like Fisher is going to be hard. It's a hard one to swallow, but I think it'll be a good learning experience, especially after a 1 day layover from their last match.
No opportunity.
You got it. Your heart goes out to the guys. They're here. They're working their hardest. I know they're going to put the work in over the next few days. Get ready for next week, and we'll have a better show for you guys next week, 100%. So, that's going to end it here for the stream. We do have Overwatch coming in on Saturday. Make sure you tune in for that. Thank you for tuning in today. Hopefully we'll be able. Thank you for all the activity in the chat too, Java Man. You're a homie. So we will hopefully see you again on the next stream, and we'll try to provide some exciting gameplay and some moments we can remember.
That's right. If nothing else, some moments we can remember.
So thanks, guys. We will catch you on the next one.
See you.